What's going on YouTube? Adam Ryan Clark. Be a little awkward since we're in, as you can tell, in my attic in my house. So I'm sweating a little bit. It's about 90 something degrees up here, I'm sure. 80 something like that. This is going to be the beginning of a series on growing pepper plants. So since I'm late into the game, mine is going to be, I'll be lucky to get it to put them outside a little bit. But most of mine is going to be grown indoors. And then I'm going to start all the way from, on this series, from the germination of how I germinate, what I think works best for germination, what's the best potting soil to use starting off, what's the best mixture of potting soil once I go into hardening them off and putting them outside and letting them actually get some really good sunlight and fresh air being outside. From nutrients to pretty much everything that I've done previously on my YouTube channel, but in more depth and in more explanation, and we can all learn a little bit more from this, and I can learn stuff, and you guys can criticize me if you'd like and tell me, I do these things this way. So because I know I've got some really good growers that watch my channel, T-Mutter, Naga Canario, all you guys are really good growers. So I listen to T-Mutter, and T-Mutter's way of growing works, and I'm sticking with that. But I did some changes of my own, and like T-Mutter said last year, I probably had some of the best looking plants he's ever seen. They almost looked fake. So let's hope and cross our fingers that this year will be the same kind of success. Okay, so you guys remember that I put the video out, What Should I Grow? And everybody posted, what should I grow? And I think I originally in another video had mentioned something about what I was going to be growing. There's been a little bit slight of a change up just because I couldn't get up with Michael Lewis. He, for some reason, doesn't have any seeds, I guess. And the Carolina Reaper seeds that I have were actually not really Carolina Reapers, come to find out. So had a friend of mine that actually I gave some seeds to let him start, and he's pretty good ways in, and they're not Carolina Reapers. So let's show you what we're going to be growing. Alright guys, so of course we're going to be growing My Butch Tea. This was originally T-Mutter's seeds. So this will be I guess this would be the second generation of this plant, because this is actually seeds from my plant last year. So biggest pod that I had, everything. We're sticking with that. Also, this is T-Mutter's 7-pot Primo. I got 5 seeds in there germinating. T-Mutter's 7-pot Jonah. Freestyle Rolla's Yellow Brain Strain. And this is from T-Mutter, but these are the Cappy Brain strains. And then these are for my wife, but they're just it's not labeled or anything. They're Muscadine and Concord grapes. So she's wanting some grapes. Anyways, I want to show you how I do mine and tell you how I do mine with germination. First of all, I take with my pods, or my seeds, and I label I'll get just the little cheap clear solo cups. And I'll label them, okay, Adam's Butch Tea, whatever, Yellow Brain Strain. And I take and get RO water and let it be room temperature or a little bit warmer than room temperature. And I'll pour it into these cups, and then I'll put so many seeds per cup. So, for instance, I did 5 of each seed just to make sure that I'm getting some kind of germination. So I did 5 of the Butch Teas, 5 of the 7-pot Primos. You guys get what I'm saying. Then I put them in the top cabinet over top of my kitchen stove in total darkness for 24 hours. I think is what I usually do, 12 to 24 hours, depending on what kind of time crunch I'm on. Next thing I do is I take the actual seeds and wet paper towels, and I take the RO water that I've purchased, and I wet the paper towels with them and fold them up just like you've seen other people do germination with. Now, a lot of people take their seeds and put them on top of their refrigerator in the little Jiffy things. I just did not have good success with those. I tried a heating pad. Last year I tried several different things, and it just wasn't working. Sorry guys, I'm kind of moving around, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. My house got a ton of blow-in insulation. Anyways, let me flip you around here, guys. This is going to probably be some really crappy camera work, but this is just going to get the point across. So anyways, once I take and I put them in the actual Ziploc bags, I'll take and put them in my attic. Now, we didn't have an attic at the apartment, so I did the light bulb trick, which is you can actually take, let's see if I got it in film, one of these little small outlet bulbs like this, and put like a 100-watt bulb in it, and get a shoebox and lay your pods in Ziploc bags down inside of it. And you can actually take and put the light bulb down inside the box, not touching anything, you know, about an inch from the bottom, and leave it on for 24 hours. And usually it puts off enough heat to where it actually germinate. But I tried the on top of the refrigerator, I tried the Jiffy Box cubes, I tried the heating mat, the reptile mat, all that stuff. This is what method works for me. And some of you may disagree with this, but this is just the method I use. So, I actually get in my attic. I have a natural gas furnace. So, what I do is, since heat rises, I put my pods on top of the high spot, which is in my up above my garage of my house. I put the pods up there. What it does is it stays constantly hot up here. I mean, I can come up here at 10 o'clock at night and it be 78 or 80 something degrees. Now in the wintertime, this is not going to work, but in summertime, this is the way I do it. So anyways, it's going to be in the 80s up here, 85, 90. It does crest over, to 100 sometimes. But anyways, what I do is I'll put these up here, and for instance, they've been up here for about a week now, and haven't had any germination whatsoever. But I had them all in those individual Ziploc bags, but inside of another big Ziploc bag, so they weren't able to get any heat when I come up here and grabbed them this morning to check on them. They were just ice cold, the bag was, and it's every bit of 80 something degrees up here. So with germination with pepper plants, you've got to stay in the 80s. So it just wasn't hot enough, being all of them being in the same bag and there being moisture in it. So I separated them out, re-wet, put new paper towels, and what I'll do is I'll leave them up here until they get some kind of tail on them. Once they start getting some kind of tail, if they don't even get a tail, that's fine. But I'll leave them up here for a week. Then what I'll do is I have my Jiffy seed starting container, and I'll use the Jiffy cubes, put the water in there, the warm water like they tell you to do, let them blow up, and I'll put the seeds in them, and I'll put the dome on top of it, and I'll bring them up here again in this hot element up here, and I'll actually set them, just like right here on top of these rafters. I've got just a piece of wood that I'm going to lay across the rafters and see all over stuff. But I'll just lay it on top of this, and if I turn the light out up here, it's total darkness, but it's hot, so that's good. You're going to get humidity in the box, you're going to get good temp, the cubes are going to stay warm, then you're going to get to where they actually poke their little heads up out of the dirt. So that's what I'll do, and then once they poke their heads out of the dirt, I'll to keep them in a warm climate, I'll leave them up here, and I'll take my I've purchased a T5 lot. I'll hang a T5 from the roof right here and just turn it on, and not set it, I won't have it really super bright, but I'll set it on and I'll let it run for 24 hours for about 3 or 4 days up here. Then once they're good and they're good strong seedlings, that's when I'll bring them downstairs and we'll put them in the grow tent. We'll set the grow tent up together, we'll hang the 400 watt high pressure sodium, or I may use the other bulb that I have. It's not a high pressure sodium, it's I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, this is how I start pepper seeds. So this is a new way, and I don't know if this way is going to work, but this is how I do it, and I think it makes sense that it's hot up here. It's not too hot, but they've got humidity, they've got heat, no light, so hopefully they're going to germinate. We're going to see, guys, but you're going to walk through me with this and see if this all works together. So, guys, stay tuned for, look out next week, probably about Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll be bringing them down and putting them in the Jiffy Cubes, bringing them back up here, talking to you guys about that, talking about maybe putting some stuff to help with root enhancement and stuff like that. So, guys, I'm burning up. It's hot up here. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm up to like 197. So let's get a couple more people so I can break that 200 barrier. I appreciate everything everybody does. Sorry this video is so long and I rambled on about it. But this is just how I want to start doing videos that explain a little bit more in depth and tell you guys and show you guys how to do stuff. So keep an eye out for them. They're going to be, hopefully these are going to be some big plants. And I'm only going to grow one of each strain. So if all 5 seeds pop, I'll be giving some germinated seeds away to you guys somehow. First come, first serve, but we got to see if they're going to come up first. Thank you guys. Sorry this video is over 11 minutes long. I usually don't try to do that with little boring videos like this, but please continue to rate, comment, and subscribe, and appreciate everything everybody's doing. Talk to you later, guys. See you, bye.